How's it going, Top Forest TV? My name is Chuck and welcome to my preview for Nottingham Forest versus Blackburn Rovers at Ewood Park. It's taking place tomorrow night for me, but probably by the time this video is up, it'll probably be tonight for you lot. Big game this, really big game this. Blackburn's last 5 games has been 2 wins, 3 losses. They are second in the division, but Bournemouth are a point behind them with 2 games in hand, so it does look like it'll be kind of unlikely for them to stay there after Bournemouth's games in hand, but you never know how that's going to pan out with the Championship. Anything's sort of possible, and you can't really write anything off in terms of wins and results and stuff like that, because it is just so crazy, topsy-turvy. Everything goes in the Championship, as we know, been in the league longer than any other club, along with Derby. So I think it's an interesting one, this. They're a team who are high up in the league, but a team who are in different form. They lost to 10-man Swansea at the weekend, and obviously we're off the back of that incredible 4-1 win at home to Leicester in the Cup. Theirs was a league game, ours was a cup game, and we're going to be on cloud 9, flying high. But again, obviously we know Cooper's going to make sure the players are grounded, make sure they're focused on what they're doing, focused on the next game that we've got, the task in hand, and I think obviously Blackburn have got some good players in their ranks. Brereton Diaz being one of the main ones. Obviously we know all about him from his time with us, and he's just gone from strength to strength this season. He's playing out of his skin, and fair play to him. Didn't have the best of times in his last few years with us, but went to Blackburn. He's made a real name for himself. Went for a decent fee, £7 million. He's not to be scoffed at in the Championship. And for someone who wasn't really playing too well for us, it was a big gamble, and it looks like it's paid off for them. He was linked to clubs like Brighton in the summer, even Barcelona. Were there was links to him. I don't know how true they were, but imagine him going to Barcelona. That would be unbelievable. Matthew Cash wanted by Atletico Madrid, Brereton wanted by Barcelona. A bit weird, but they've got some good players. They're a good side, obviously in second place for a reason. Even if they do have, they have played 2 more games than the team below them, they're still doing really well. And fair play to them. Tony Mowbray is a really good manager. He's been in the business for a long, long time. And I remember they went down with him that season. We just narrowly stayed up on the final day. I think we were under Warburton at the time, and they kept him, went down with him, came straight back up with him, and they've kept him ever since. And he's done a really good job with them. Since coming back up, they're a solid side in terms of league position. They never really get dragged into anything down the bottom. They're doing really, really well this season. There's been 1 or 2 little bumps in the road, I guess you could say, that are drubbing by Fulham as a bump in the road, but even we got beaten by Fulham 4-0, so you got to take that with a pinch of salt. But they're a good side, because they got some really, really promising players. I think Brereton Diaz being the main man for them, but they've got players like Rothwell, who I see a lot of people bigging up on Twitter, and 1 or 2 other players. I think they've got a bloke called Kamensky in goal, something like that. They've got a good side and a good group of players there and a good manager, so it's not going to be an easy one by any stretch of the imagination. They're an attacking side and know how to score goals, so it'll be interesting to see how that one pans out. In terms of Forest, I'm feeling confident. I think obviously off the back of that incredible win at the weekend, the confidence is going to be at an all-time high. The boys are going to be feeling that they can beat anyone. And under Cooper, I think it's important to know that he's not a manager who will get carried away with things like that. Obviously, he'll be really happy with the result. And, I know you're on there. Really happy with the way things are going. But I think he knows how to make sure the players don't get ahead of themselves. He always says in his interviews, that was really amazing, whatever. Bigs up the team, and he says, but the main focus is we go on to the next game. We look at the league, and that's Blackburn tomorrow, or today, depending on when you see this. But I'm confident for this one. I think we're going to use that momentum generated from the Leicester game to push on and push forward. I think there were some incredible performances out there. Worrell coming back from injury, with still a broken rib, to come in and play the way he did was fantastic. And it was so big, we really needed him, because I think we struggle with 4 at the back. So we need those 3 centre-backs, and, to have him back was huge. We was hugely missed against Cardiff. So to have him back would be massive, and to have him in this one will be even, even more massive, I guess you could say. But yeah, I'm feeling confident for this one. Even though they are second in the league, they are in a bit of up and down form. Obviously, like I said, they lost the last game to Swansea, who are not a bad side in the league, but they're not pulling up a lot of trees. So, I'm feeling confident on this one. I'm going to go with a Forest, I'm going to say 2-1 win. I think we might win 2-1, If I had to give you my scores, I'd probably say I want to see James Garner get on the score sheet, and then maybe Keenan Davis getting back, firing and giving us goals. I think he's, what has he done now in his last 2 games in the league? Scored in both of those, was heavily involved in the goals on Sunday, got the assist for Zinchenko's opener. And a lot of people, when he came in, looked at his goal record and were like, well, he's only scored this amount of goals in this amount of games. I think it was like 3 goals in so many games. And they were a bit unsure why he got him in. But you just got to trust Cooper. People are questioning Surridge. And, you've got to trust Cooper. People were questioning Spence, and okay, it wasn't Cooper's signing, even though I do think he did have some influence on it. I think maybe goings on in the background were sort of there when that signing was brought in. But he turns players who fans are doubtful about us signing into players who are really, influential to the side. He made a statement when he said that he has a first and a second choice. If he can't get anybody other than those 2 players, he doesn't get anyone. A lot of Forest managers in the past would have, say for example, we wanted a winger, we wanted Bowler or Wallace. They would have been like, oh, we can't get them, we'll just get someone on loan like Anthony Knockaert, or we'll get somebody in from a different country, like a Nuno da Costa, who no one's ever really heard about, comes in, doesn't really do very well, gets shipped off on loan a couple of times and then sold. He said if he doesn't want anyone at the club who won't be here in the long run, who isn't really part of their plans, then he won't bring them in. And I think that's massive, because we've had that before. We've had the bomb squad where it turns out that players come in and then just put in the reserves for the remainder of their contract. And I think with players like Davis, it was a question marks over him, but we've just seen how important he's been when Grabban's been out. And I think with Grabban missing, it's a real big opportunity for him to stake his claim, and it's a big opportunity in his career. He's the main goal scorer for a club who are doing well in the Championship. He's getting first team football week in, week out, and I think that's massive for his career. He needs to take that opportunity with both hands, and I think if he can do that, it'll be massive. And I can really see him scoring again. He's been such a handful for defenders, scoring once in his last, scoring a goal in his last 2 games. That doesn't really make sense. In his last 2 games, he's scored in both games. There you go, in the league. I don't know why I made that so difficult to say, but yeah, and I think he'll score again. I think he'll make it 3 games in the league in a row with 3 goals. Coming from those games, I think he really will do that. I think it'll be a very similar lineup. If not, I think actually, you know what? I think it'll be exactly the same lineup from the Leicester game. If everyone's fit, I think it'll be exactly the same lineup. There's no reason why he would change it, because I think we looked so good against Leicester. Unless there's a fitness reason or an injury reason or anything like that, I don't think, maybe someone might have the coronavirus or whatever. I don't think there's any reason to change anyone, to swap anyone out. But yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to this game. I think it's a big opportunity to really make a statement in terms of our push for the playoffs. I think a win against another team in the top 6 will really help us to stamp our authority and show why we are in this end of the table. We're not here by luck or here by fortune. We're here because we're meant to be here. We're here by design, not by luck. And I think if we can really win tomorrow night or tonight, depending when you see this. It'll be a real statement of intent and a real sort of warning message, I guess you could say, to all the clubs that we're not here to mess about. A team in second place, we go to their ground in a week, a midweek fixture, and we get a win. It could be massive for us. But yeah, like I say, 2-1 Forest goal scorers. I think I said Garner and Davis in that one. Really looking forward to seeing how it pans out. I can't wait. It's such a big game, and if we can get a win from that one, it'll be absolutely massive for confidence and for belief, and also for league standing and points in the league. But yeah, if you did enjoy it, smash the like button. Let us know down below who you think will start, what you think the score will be, who will think will score. And yeah, if you haven't already, subscribe to Talk Forest TV, and come on, you Reds.